Hello, dear friends. So I think something must have caught your attention since our first class. From the very first moment, we have always talked about the concept of function, right? Moreover, in code, we wrote and we use this function. So what is function? Well, let's have a look. Functions are structures, right, that have particular purpose in programming that we use repeatedly. For example, the purpose of the print function, which we've been using since the very beginning of our course, is to print the values that we send onto the screen. So this function was written once by Python developers, and then we can use it again and again in different parts of our programs, right? So that is exactly the task of a function. The task of functions is basically to bring together complex operations, and that will enable us to perform any of these operations, but in one step. Functions often serve as a sort of a template for what we want to do. By using functions, we can combine one or more steps into one particular name. So in other words, the concept of function in Python is called routine or procedure in other programming languages. So indeed, functions are tools that routinely combine tasks or procedures that are repeated under a single name or framework. The function only runs when it is called. And as you already know, Python gives you many built-in functions like print. There are many others, but also you can create your own functions. What? These functions are called user-defined functions. So in this lesson, we basically talked about the concept of function and the logic of its use. So in the next lesson, we're going to learn how to create and call a function. So I want to see you in the next lesson. Until then, have a nice day.